Hey, hi y'all, Miss Ellen here with a couple of tricks for you guys in Photoshop with type. Um, so just to explain, you can either just click once and you can start typing in Photoshop, or you can go with your T tool and draw a box and everything stays within that box. Okay, so those are two things. So just like Illustrator, you can go either way with that. And to look at the character window, which you get it up here at the top, here's all my typefaces or fonts, right? Here's all the weights and thicknesses, the point sizes, right? I've got them up pretty big for us right now. Sharp just means it's going to have nice crisp edges. I would keep that on. You can change the color here. And we'll look at this T tool in a minute. That is a warped one. You could also open up the character window a little bit more, and it is under character here instead of type. So it's all the same things you're seeing to the side, and in the control panel. Again, there's, I can go back to my impact. Here are the weights, and we're going to think about kerning and tracking right now, okay? So kerning is spacing between just two letters. So I don't like the way those two letters, they look a little wide apart to me. So I can change that right here. See how that's brought it together a little closer. I'll do -50 so you can see it even more. Okay, and the difference is kerning is just two letters and tracking is this second window over here. It's a whole lot of letters. It can even be a paragraph, a whole page, whatever, but it's all the letters. So just want you guys to memorize that part of it. So warping text too is fairly easy in Photoshop, and probably the reason you want to use Photoshop for any kind of warp effect. All right, so here you saw it before. Right here in this text window is your warp text, and you can select a style, say an arc. You can adjust it a little bit. You could have a wavy one. You can play around with those. So you've got all those warp effects right there. And I can just hit, okay, go away, okay, go away, yes. So that is the warping the text. Styles. Okay, so let me delete this for a second. I'm going to click with my page. So styles. My text is getting tracked out here. I'm going to put that back to 0. So you can go, let's see if I can figure out where it is. Wait, type. Styles. I think I had it loaded over here too. Here it is too. A window, it's be window styles. Okay, duh. So I could pick a zebra skin to make it a zebra skin. Wood. There's fabric, jeans. There's some old, if you open some legacy styles in here, legacy styles, you can load in some older ones to look like glass, grunge. There you go. It's automatically that. Metallic. Oh, I don't know about that one. Gold. Probably the most commonly used one, though, is the drop shadow one. All right, so that's just, getting a shadow behind it. All right, so another great trick I want to show you on this different page is this type mask tool. So over here in the T tool, you've got your horizontal and vertical, just typing regular horizontal or vertical. And then there are these two mask tools. So if you click over here and you're going to type grass, don't worry about all the red and everything yet. All right? And see, it gives me those little ant marks. All right. So with that selected, It's on the grass layer. And if you look down at the bottom window, add mask layer. Look, it just cut the grass out for me, okay? So it's an easy little trick. We'll talk more about mask later on, but it just crops everything out except for what you have masked. Okay, so if you wanted to do, I don't know, rocks inside or rams or something you thought that looked like the respect word or something, that could work there. So again, it's just this type mask tool. You type, you get those little marching ants around it, and you're going to click this type mask tool down here. All right, and I'll upload this video so you can follow along, and there's some other cool videos I'll load also. All right, bye guys.